Hey, what's up guys? It's Justin back here. Welcome back to the channel. And today your friendly Bota is going to talk about the new units that are going to be released on Friday in accordance with the raid, the Bahamut raid, and I'm really excited about it because um, there's at least some new events to do lah. So without further ado, let me dive straight into the mini update for the here we go. So for the event, right? Let's just take a look. We all know there's a trial. The four-star Trust Mughal and the currency 10k and all that. We know that, but recently, I'm not sure if this is correct, but it doesn't show any elemental resistance nor ailment resistance. Immune to gravity and death. This one is confirm plus job one. So with that, the next thing that I want to show you guys is the raid. With regards to the raid, right? I just saw this individual rewards ranking kind of thing. So taking a look at this, we are in for quite a good raid. It's as usual, but at least the points gives us King, Magi pot, Power pot, Shield pot, Smart pot. All the very useful, especially the King Power pot lah. It is like the most, like we want like the highest attack, the kind of stuff. So yeah, here it is, and then we get 6-star awakening materials. We then get a Trust Mughal of 10%, but it will require us 1.6 million points. So going further down, right, these are the following, assuming that we don't talk about farming the elite one. Let's say we do the pro one. It says here up to 2,400 event points. If we take 1.6 million, we divide it by 2.4k, right? It will require us to do the event. We'll do 667 pro rates before we are able to achieve the Trust Mughal. But I mean, this entire event is gonna go on for quite a while. I believe it's 1 week plus. So I strongly believe by making sure we don't waste any of the orbs. We perhaps we miss a few, it's still doable, but make sure you don't miss a lot. And then just make sure when you level up, the orbs will also refill. Similar to energy, when you level up, the orbs will refill. So do take advantage of the extra exp we are getting through the raid sub. No, not the raid summon, the raid event. So yeah, do take note of that. So make sure you spend all your orbs, then spend your energy, and then at once, if you level up, all of it will be refilled at the same time. So yep, take note of that. And then so remember, you gotta do it about 667 times. I'm not sure what he means by before bonus. I think the bonus is similar to the Ifrit one. Is if let's say you do additional damage or something like that. So yep, if you get bonus, we get to speed up the process. But this is all about the trial as of now. That is all we know. Now let's move on to the reason why we are here. Let's take a look at Xyrus. Xyrus is this black mage. He has a very interesting kit, similar to the 5-star base Roberta, in such a sense that they are good, but they require a turn to activate to fully utilize their skill. So let's take a look at what he does. So Xyrus is a 4-star going to 6-star. He does magic damage, black mage, yes. His Trust Master is Draco Spike. If I remember correctly, his Trust Master is 101 magic, 30 attack, and then 75% magic damage, Dragon Killer. So it's a very very interesting rod, and it definitely complements his own kit. Now let's take a look at what he does. His stats are actually pretty impressive for I mean, he's a 6-star base lah, so definitely, like, you know, he's gonna be one of the more impressive ones as compared to, let's say, like, you know, when Kefka was still, even Kefka at 6-star doesn't have such a high HP. I believe Kefka is pretty glass cannon, but yeah, let's just, he doesn't have natural ailment resistance. His weapons are, as a mage, you'd expect these are the standard ones lah. Okay, so starting off at 5-star level 1, right, he has dual black magic, so that in itself is already up there already. And then he has Blood Scar, Blood Curse, Blood Rend, Blood Pulsar. Remember these skills. Blood Scar has a fixed damage 999 to caster, and then he recovers 99 MP. So you deal 999 damage to yourself, and then you recover 99 MP. But it doesn't take any MP at all. It just takes 1k health. So Blood Curse, magic damage 2.5, and you decrease the magic of the enemy for 3 turns, 50%. Next would be Blood Rend, water damage, and then see here, if used after flare, water damage is doubled into 5 times. And Blood Pulsar, magic damage 3.5 with consecutive damage increase, 4 times maximum to 1 enemy. So this is something like Dystopia, whereby you use it turn after turn and then it becomes more and more powerful. Now let's take a look at his traits. His traits are the reason why I feel like he is so awesome. He has a... Okay, let's just start off first. At 4-star level 6, he has increased MP 20% and magic 10%. Next, he has physical damage Dragon Killer, and at 25%. Do remember he's a mage, so this wouldn't really play a huge role. And magic damage 50% against dragons. So remember his TM has a 75% magic damage Dragon Killer. So you stack this upon this 50%, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna do quite a lot of damage. Like, alright, so Blood Rage, increase LB gauge fuel rate 100% for 2 turns when HP drops below 33%. We'll see how, we'll come to see about his limit burst. And then he has resistance to paralyze. So with that he has paralyze resistance, and then 50% silence resistance, which is important for a mage, definitely. And then let's take a look at this. At level 77 6-star, right, he has magic 20% when equipped with a rod, and magic 30% when equipped with a rope. What is this? This is basically Dark Fina's TM in his kit. Like, what? So this is like so awesome. You know, you as a mage, right, you'll definitely equip a rod and you'll equip a rope. You know, it's not like, you know, Leon's TM whereby you have to equip a sword and a heavy armor. Let's say you put that on, like, you put that TM on, let's say Noctis, or you put it on Orlando. It'll be pretty mediocre, because why? Orlando has great sword mastery, so you have great sword, and then you have to put on a sword. So after that you cannot make full use of katana mastery blade mastery on Chizuru on a certain unit. But this, you'll definitely equip a rod, on a mage, confirm plus job 1. So the magic 50%, right, is 包价 confirm get 1. So this is why I feel like he is really, and that's not just it. Like, he is not your usual mage whereby he gets Tandaga, Faraga, Waterga. I mean, he has Waterga here. He doesn't have everything. What he has is Command, increasing consecutive damage. This is not really a skill you're gonna use a lot, and these are all the skills that you'll be able to use with the double black magic. He has Stonega, Drain. So wait, this is not Osmos, Drain. Okay, he has Osmos. So that means if you do not want to use his Blood Scar, right, you can always choose to use Osmos at 10 MP. So that is the flexibility that you are presented with this unit. Then you have Graviga, flare. Okay, so as you can see, right, all this, the skills here complements the skills on top. If used after flare, and you got flare here, so you do not need to like go get Kuja's TM or whatever. It's already in his kit, which is why, you know, it's good. But the bad thing is that you have to use it. You can only maximize blood rend after you use flare. But honestly speaking, I don't think like it's a huge disadvantage at all. Take a look at his limit burst. Definitely the 6-star version. Magic damage 5 times to one enemy. Increase magic 80% for 3 turns to caster. It's super huge, and enables access to the following abilities for 2 turns. Blood Frenzy. Use blood skills, Blood Scar, Blood Curse, Blood Rend, Blood Pulsar twice in 1 turn. So remember about all these skills, right? Now after you use his limit burst, the turn after, you are able to use all these skills twice in 1 turn. How awesome is that, guys? Meaning that your Blood Pulsar, right, consecutive damage increase, you can immediately stack 2 of it in 1 turn. So it's awesome, man. Then if let's say like you short of MP, you can use 1 Blood Scar, and then you can get Blood Pulsar off, something like that, because the MP is pretty high. So this is the reason. And take a look at his sprite, man. His sprite is so dope. I can't really zoom in, but what else? He looks really cool, man. So yeah, and he's a 4-star base, so yeah, he's really up there, like, in my opinion. So the next unit is Roberta. Roberta is a 5-star base, so guys, take note. 1% chance if you want to chase after her. It's yeah. So anyways, we all know she's a dragoon. She's gonna do the jump things, and her design is really very good as well. Her TM is Crimson Blood. It's a lance. It's a 125 attack lance with 50% Dragon Killer. So taking a look at her stats, right? Her base stats, what stands out the most to me is actually her attack. The attack on the game itself states 200. That's because the passives has been added into her kit. So that's why on the game, when it shows Roberta, the base attack is 200. So the weapons she can hold is spears, sword, and daggers. It's pretty sad that she cannot hold katanas, but can't really have everything. And then her armor, pretty alright. Wouldn't ask for a lot. Yeah, so let's take a look at her special abilities. She is also one of the very, it's one of those units that is very good to have in a certain situation, but also she can help you clear content. But similar to Zyrus, right? You require a turn to do something before you can really take full advantage of her skill. As you can see right here, she has jump. It does 1.8 times with jump delay. This is standard. Lance. What this does is physical damage 0.8 with HP drain as well as an MP drain. So you get both HP and MP back. Now next is Raging Thrust. 2 times physical damage and increase attack 80% for 3 turns to caster. So this is one of those skills which I talk about, like you fight a boss, you want your unit to have the maximum amount of attack possible. You're gonna use Raging Thrust first before you're gonna use all your other powerful attacks to maximize the attack. So next we take a look at Ice Breath. Ice Breath, Lightning Breath, Fire Breath. It's very familiar, right? It's like Noctis's Ice, Blizzard Flask, Lightning Flask, as well as Fire Flask. But it's very different in a sense that this is not hybrid damage, this is physical damage. And it doesn't give the, the status ailments, decrease magic, decrease spirit, that kind of thing, or stop. What this does is ice physical damage 2 times to all enemies, and then we decrease ice resistance for 50% to all enemies. So take note that it's all similar, 2 times, and then you decrease the certain element for half, 50%, for 3 turns to all enemies. They all cost the same MP, and they are all learned at level 80 at 5 stars. And I personally feel that this skill is pretty good. It's one of the better kits out there. Next, recovery jump, MP 150 and HP 2000, physical damage 1 times with jump delay. Okay, so we all know this is very similar to Noctis's point warp. So let's take a look at Noctis. Noctis learns point warp at level 80 at 5 stars. What it does is physical damage 3 times with jump delay to one enemy, recover HP 2000 and MP 135 to caster. So if you compare this to her, right, it takes the same amount of MP, recovers 25, wait, is it 25 or 15? Recovers 15 more MP, and it has a weaker physical damage. Now, later on in a kit, you'll find that there's a reason why it's only 1 times for now, because you see here, Igniter support. Oh shit, I clicked it. Okay. Increase damage for jump attacks by 200%. This is really it's really very beautiful. Like, the units here are so tempting, but yet at the same time, you know that it's not really like a Noctis kind of unit that you must have, but it is so tempting to have. Now you take a look at this Mystic Trust, physical damage 4 times to one enemy, and then if you use it after Ice Breath, Lightning Breath, or Fire Breath, it does physical damage to all enemies. Now I don't see the reason why you must use Ice Breath, Lightning Breath, Fire Breath, then use it on all enemies, because if let's say you are powerful and high level enough, right, I think your breaths will actually kill them already. So yeah, but the 4 times physical damage to one enemy is huge, especially if let's say you use Raging Trust before that. You increase your attack by 80%, and then you do a physical damage of 4 times to one enemy. And then now Crimson Death, her ultimate ability, you learn it at level 6 star at level 100. Physical damage 3 times with delay, and then if you use it after jump, recovery jump, or Raging Trust jump, Raging Trust and recovery jump, if you used it after any of these 3 skills, physical damage increases to 4.5 times to that one enemy. So imagine the multiplier here, right, guys? It's really huge. Now, this Crimson Death is really very similar to what we know from 9. We all know 9 has this Hyper Dive. Very similar, 4.5 times. Roberta is also 4.5 times if you do the prerequisite of jump, recovery jump, and Raging Trust, any of them. Now, he delays this for 3 turns, while Roberta delays this for 1 turn. So that is the trade-off, and this takes up more MP. But if we take a look at the jumping skills, right? Now we see her passives. Increase HP 20%, okay. Increase defense, very good. Increase fire, ice, and lightning resistance by 20%. Now you increase attack by 30%, and then she has lance mastery. So if you equip her with a spear, right, you get 50% attack. Now this is really huge. You imagine this. She has 80% increased attack. You use Raging Trust, which is a prerequisite for Crimson Death. So that's, I don't know if you can count it as like this or is a different multiplier, but imagine if you add it together, it's 160%. Now you have a 160% increase in attack. Not counting the fact that, you know, you use your support units to buff your team like Refias and Bolden or something, then you use Crimson Death. In one turn, right, the multiplier at 4.5 times is gonna be, I think the damage is gonna skyrocket, guys. It's gonna be huge lah. And then not only that, you have Igniter support, increased damage for jump attacks by 200%. Can you just imagine the damage? I mean, you take a look at 9. 9 has a very similar kit whereby he has increased 30% if you equip with Spear, and then he has increased damage. Now, Roberta has 50%, take note of that. And then for this, Roberta has 200% increased damage. And not to mention that he has her 80% increase in attack with Raging Thrust. So she's gonna be huge. And then she has physical damage against dragons. So I believe if you manage to get her and you max her out, you put dragon killers, you just put all the dragon killers. I think you can put poach one, because dragon killers don't stack. So you put one poach, one dragon killer, and then if you manage to get her TM, which is 50% dragon killer, so you stack it up with this 100% dragon killer, and then, you know, you max all her attack out and all that kind of stuff. I think you can kill Bahamut in like, I mean, we do not know his HP yet, but taking a look at the kit, right, I think it's gonna be huge, guys. Like, she's gonna be super like awesome to have lah. But, you know, it's not a must have, like, you know, how you want Noctis so much. So her limit burst is take a look at the 6-star one. Decreased defense 45% for 3 turns to one enemy, and physical damage 6.5 times to one enemy. Wow, 6.5 times. She's just awesome lah, guys. And not to mention her sprite. Oh my god, looks so dope. And she's female, so that means she's waifu. If there's one thing that's lacking, I guess her MP lah. Her MP side is quite low. It's only 138, so you may have to, you know, shove all the MP pots the moment you get her for her to cope with all the MP usage, which is why she has a recovery jump to help her get back some of the MP that she depletes in probably 1 or 2 turns. So yeah, she gets confusion resistance, I believe. Yeah, confusion resistance. So that's the only ailment she resists against. So take note of that. Now, we all know the banner is gonna be Roberta, Xyrus, Firion, and Kain. Now, should you summon? I personally, after looking at Roberta and Xyrus, right, I would, as in this is my personal opinion, do not get offended, I would summon for Xyrus, because Xyrus is really, really awesome. If I get Roberta, it'll be a super bonus. I'll be super hyped because she is such an awesome unit. But I would definitely not chase after Roberta. Why? Because as awesome as her attack and her jumps and all that kind of stuff is, right, I would definitely prefer to get a unit like Noctis, because, you know, Noctis is, you know, you can use it in everything. His kit is so wonderful. But her, if you take a look at it, you can use her in everything as well, but, you know, her weapons and her armors limit her to a certain group of weapons, and then her, in order to, you know, fully utilize her, you need a spear. Now, what kind of spears do we have in the game? Almost all the super spears are gonna be TMs, and you're gonna take a while to farm them. So let's say Eileen has a 135 attack spear that you really want on her to make use of her spear mastery, which is 50% attack, and her own spear, which is 125, or unless you have Elsa. Elsa's spear is also attack is also incredibly high, which is also above 100 I believe, but she is limited unit and she's also a 5-star base. Eileen is also a 5-star base. So what else are we left with? We are left with Holy Lance, which is exchangeable at the what do you call that guy? Fat Chocobo. Or we are left with the, what other lances do we have? Yeah, I think it's just like Holy Lance. Oh, if you really want to chase after Roberta, I believe you'll get a lot of Canes. So Canes TM is a 90 attack spear. You can put it on her. She will definitely make full use of that. But we all know we want the maximum amount of attack. So yeah, that's the thing with her. And then if you take a look at her other attacks, right? The only attack that she does to attack all enemies is her fire, lightning, and ice breath. So in the event that your enemy is the enemy's elemental resistance is high, right? Sorry for that. You are not gonna do much damage at all. So yeah, with that, and also she's a 5-star base, so 1% chance. Think about it, guys. It's not gonna be very high at all. If you chase after Roberta, I personally feel that chasing after Orlando or Noctis is a better choice lah, because they bring much more to the table. Even Eileen is also, personally I feel it's a better choice. But I mean, if let's say you guys like her sprite and you have the extra lapis to spend, go all out on her, why not? But Xyrus is a must get. If I do not get Xyrus by the last daily summon, right, I will totally do a 11 pull just to get Xyrus, because he really is good in my opinion lah. He has Dark Fina's TM in his kit. So yeah, if you ask me if I'll pull, yes, I'll pull for Xyrus. So I hope I have enlightened you guys based on my experience, and I hope you guys have a great raid ahead, and I'll try to do a trial guide and whatnot if let's say I have the time, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!